Hi, I've been researching a topic that I feel like doesn't really get talked about a lot, and if it does get talked about, people don't really see a big barrier as it is. Um, it's about like teens from low income families, especially in very rural areas and places that are like spread out, don't always get the same chances to play sports or stay active. And it's not because they're like lazy or don't want to be active or don't want to at all. It's like bigger issues beyond that. In low income areas, there aren't many safe parks, fields, or rec centers. And if there is, they're like outdated, not taken care of, like this picture. Research shows that teens who live in neighborhoods that have like high poverty in a low income area have less access to parks and are less physically active. And because of that, it sucks and it's pretty sad because sports is like a big thing for teens. Sports helps with like confidence, staying healthy, learning teamwork, and sometimes sports is the only way kids or teens can go to college. For a lot of teens, growing up, sports is their main thing. But when you live in like a place without resources to have a safe sports team or a safe park, it's not like simple to be active and stuff. One of the biggest barriers is money. Sport fees, uniforms, equipment, and traveling around to tournaments can add up really fast, and families in low income areas don't always have extra money for that. Parents in low income areas also are working long hours or sometimes multiple jobs, so transportation to practice is also an issue. I also learned about a theory called the social determinants of health theory, and it's basically says like your environment, like your income, safety, like education, all that affects your whole life. A study that I read even said that the biggest things like affecting teens' health are like structural issues, like at home structural issues, and not like a personal choice. And then there's also the Boudier theory of capital, and that one is like how wealthy families like have advantages, like they can pay for like travel teams, they have connections to get their kid on the best team, and they also grew up around organized sports, so they are familiar with the process. Low income teens usually don't get any of those opportunities. And over time, these problems have increased and got worse. The cost of sports keeps rising. Schools still cut sports programs. Neighborhoods in low income areas still don't have safe places to play. Transportation is still a big issue. And when you put like social media and like mental health struggles into play, like it becomes like even harder for these teens to stay active. This topic matters because access to sports shouldn't depend on how much money your family makes. Since research shows that sports can lower anxiety and depression, also help kids in school, and also build confidence, like everyone deserves that. Um, Everyone always talks about if they like wanting equality, and like if you want real equality, then you have to make sure that teens from low income places like in rural areas have the same chances to play and grow and have the same support system. But yeah.